Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. We're trying out a new thing here. I've added closed captioning to the stream. So if you would like to have closed captioning on, you should be able to go to, let's see if you can see my mouse. You should be able to go down into your settings over in here, and a little closed captioning square should pop up for you. And you should be able to toggle closed captioning either on or off. So hopefully that is working for you folks. We were just changing my, my input device there to make sure it's capturing me here and not out here and all that sort of thing. So it can take a few moments for that closed captioning button to show up, but I definitely want to try that out and see if that helps some of our folks who might be hard of hearing or like myself, sometimes I don't catch up things so fast, and so it's easy to, I like to read it as well sometimes. So hopefully that is showing up there. So yeah, so hello everybody. Hello to everybody in chat. Good to see you folks there. So welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online Twitch stream. And I am your host, Little Redhead. And today on Heart of a Hobbit, which is what I call my streaming sessions here, is we will be running around and doing some fun things. So hang on, I'm gonna pop this into a different location. There we go. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, in Lord of the Rings Online, there's a lot of things you can do. You can run around and do quests. You can work on following the fellowship. There's lots of various things you can do. For example, I'm in the wrong screen. It's behind here.
It has to be visible. Okay.
It's distracting.
I know, but it has
It's visible. Like it has to be that visible?
pixels have to be visible. Yes.
Oh, so like that's okay?
Yes.
Okay. So we're still experimenting. It's got my tech support here.
Well, it's still not coming through. So
It's not coming
we'll keep
through?
playing with that.
Okay.
Playing with it. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to make sure the closed captioning comes through if possible. So, I mean, I could do the other thing where it is there. Oh, hang on a second. Toggle that.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
All right, so we'll let that run for a few more minutes and see if that makes a difference. So if anybody sees the closed captioning, let me know. Because we definitely want to make sure that that's working. So yeah, okay, so you should be able to go down here into this part of your screen. Oh, you can't see my mouse very well. But yeah, that should pop up in there. And awesome. So you should be able to toggle on closed captioning. So there we go. Give that a try. So in Lord of the Rings Online, there's an epic quest line that you can follow, and it takes you through a storyline of, you go to here, and then this happens, and then this happens, and it takes you in parallel, basically, to the Fellowship, which is pretty cool. So sometimes, you'll see streamers on Lotro who are doing that, and that's a really cool thing to do. I really enjoy, throughout the year, Lord of the Rings Online, they have different festivals, different, sort of lighthearted events that happen. And so just last week we had the Farmers Fair, and that ran for 3 weeks. So that's just ended. And so we're all having a little bit of Farmers Fair withdrawal. And our next festival isn't for a little while. So that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go do this fun little thing over in the Shire where you can go in and play as a chicken. So what does that mean? So at various points throughout the game, and especially in the earlier parts of the game, they used to do this more, that you might have something that, a reason to go into basically like somebody's memory and see events as they played out at the time, but you as a character would not be going in and doing those events, but a way to help you experience those events. They take you in as a character that would have been there, and you're kind of on rails. Like there'll be some things you need to do. Like for example, there's one where you are hanging out with the dwarves, and there's a time when the elves are coming in, and so it's still that time when the dwarves and the elves are still friends and still working together, but there's some tension, and the dwarves have found mithril, which is great. And so they're like, hey, let me come and show you this mithril that we found, oh elves, kind of showing off a little bit. And at that point, that's where they run into the Balrog. And that's Durin, takes out Durin, and so that becomes Durin's bane and all that. So, yes, no matter how hard you try, you always wake up Durin's bane. It's because it's a fixed point in time. You cannot deviate from that. So instead of, like, me as a character, there's no way that I would go back and somehow be transported back in time, that would be really odd. But what they do is they take you like kind of into a memory and show you how that went down. So using that same kind of technology in the game, they created this thing where you can play as a chicken, which is hilarious, and I love it. So we're gonna go do that. There are different achievements you can get. So for example, Mary Rose there is mentioning that they just got their first cloak of the clock. Congratulations, that's so awesome. So that is something you can earn from doing these chicken sessions. So I am in the homesteads here in the Shire. I have spoken with Wenda Cranesbill, and I got my goodies here. So I consumed my subscribers jug, and let's see, did I already move this down here? Yeah, so I tend to keep my my VIP subscriber town services on my bar because I find that so convenient to be able to just be like, bloop, pull up the stuff, good to go. All right, so, speaking of, that reminds me, in my shared storage, I want to grab the Universal Toolkit and the 2 carry-alls, because I've been sharing that Universal Toolkit among a few of my characters, and then throwing some money in the vault too. So I'm on Treebeard, which is a legendary server, and there's all sorts of fun stuff going on here. So what I've been doing is just sharing stuff among all the alts I have, and I've been making a lot of alts. So let's see, I could go to Hobbit and Bywater, but that wouldn't help me as much as going to Mickle Delving. So during the Farmer's Fair, there was a horse that you could take that would take you from Hobbit and Bywater, from Bywater, all over to Sanson's farm, which is where we need to go. But that horse is no longer there because the festival is over, so I have to ride myself. So if you happen to be a hunter or are good friends with one, Mickle Delving was one of the earliest places that you get. And this is a great place to pop over and grab your VIP services if you ever find that you forgot to pick them up, wherever else you may be in the world. It's, I think, the closest Wenda Cranesbill you will find is to the hunter traveled there. Okay, so I am going to get us over to Sanson's farm. So one of the things I've been doing here on Treebeard is there on Treebeard and Shadowfax, which are the 2 legendary servers that are new. There's also a Nor, which has been around for a little bit longer. And on Treebeard and Shadowfax, there's a couple of things going on. They are trying out a new difficulty level thing that you could play with. So let me go into my deed log. So for example, I'm a hunter, and so I've chosen, so on the server, if I achieve 50th level playing through on hard difficulty or higher as a hunter, once I get to level 50, I will get an account-wide title, so this would apply to all my characters everywhere, called Apprentice of Bows. And then also if I make it to 50th level playing through on deadly difficulty or higher, which is harder, I will get a title Disciple of Bows. So that's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So each class has a different set of titles they can get. And these titles are only available right now on Treebeard and Shadowfax. And Treebeard is the legendary server where we're going slower, like Treebeard. And so we're taking our time, just slowly walking through. So our XP is actually brought down. Let's see, what is it here? Oh, we have a crafting bonus weekend. That's hilarious. There we go. Story pace. So currently I am earning 40% of experience from monster kills, from crafting, and quest completions. So instead of 100% like you would get on like one of the regular servers, I'm only earning 40%. So it takes me longer to progress through the levels, which is great because I want to go and experience every level. I want to do all the quests and, you know, see all the things, all of that. So that's what I've been doing. So each character you have, no, okay, so Shadowfax is the other one, and Shadowfax is going at, I think it's 150% of experience. So they're like zoom, zoom, zoom. They want to get through everything as fast as they can. And us here on Treebeard, we're like, nope, we like slow and steady. You know, we're the turtles, slow and steady wins the race, and we're going to take our time. So that's where I am. I'm on Treebeard, and I'm having a great time here. So, hey, Just Right, good to see you there in the chat. So we are gonna go over and do some chicken stuff fun. Also, for those of you who are just popping in, we are experimenting with closed captioning. So over in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you should have like a little closed captioning box. And you can click on that. You should be able to toggle the closed captioning on and off. So I know that it's not perfect, but at least we're giving that a try, and hopefully, you know, that's helpful to people. So yes, okay, so yes, back to Shadowfax and Honor and Treebeard. Just for those of you who aren't like, you know, living and breathing this every day, that yes, so the way that they're working is Shadowfax and Treebeard debuted at the same time, same day and everything. But yes, Shadowfax, because it's going faster, they are planning to open up the next level like every 2 months. Like 2 months. Every 2 months, you can plan on that. So currently we are capped at level 50 here on Treebeard, but Shadowfax just opened up Moria. And so they are now able to go up to, I think it's level 60 or 65. So they've got that whole area now to explore, but they're getting that bonus XP, and so they're just zooming right through that. In fact, I can't imagine that anybody's doing side quests because you would overlevel so fast. So Treebeard, because we're going slower, our leveling is supposed to go up, the server level is supposed to go up about every 5 to 6 months. So it started, let's see, we're coming up on 3 months at the beginning of October. So November, December, January, so like somewhere around December, January timeframe is when Treebeard should go up. Yeah, when we should go up on here. Hello, everybody. I feel like I'm being watched. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Yes, so glad. All right, so what's fun when you're doing running around as a chicken is to do it as a group. That's always a good time. And it just occurred to me, let me just double check that Rose has, you know, because I swapped. So I have 2 mains on this server because I'm just silly like that. Okay, so I don't want to swap back though. I want to do it with Rose. It won't take long. It won't take long. So the first quest I need to do is called the Early Bird, where I got to go talk to Billina the chicken, and she's upset, so I got to go catch some worms for her. So anybody else need to go catch worms, you're welcome to come and join me. But this is the first quest you do. She looks hungry. We're going to go find out why is she hungry. So yes, so Moria just released on Shadowfax. Treebeard will be a few more months yet. And then Anor is already ahead of us, both of these servers, because it's been around longer. So Anor just opened up. Anor just went to the next one. So I think they're at like 105. So whatever's happening around 105 level, that's what they're doing now. I got up to like, what did I get up to? Like 85 on Anor. But the levels just kept increasing so fast. It was too much. I couldn't keep up. So I kind of gave up on Anor for now. Plus, Treebeard, we've got a great group of folks, and I'm having a great time. So, all right, let's see. Seek the worm. Where are the worms at? All right, we'll try this one. There you go. And Affadil is going around and defeating all of the nearby critters to keep me from having to worry about finding any of those folks, so, or encountering them. If I were to encounter some folks, that might be a bad time for a chicken. Nor is it Mordor, that's what it is. So Moria on Shadowfax and Mordor on Anor. Thank you. I was thinking it was something that started with an M. Just so many places you can go in this world. It's a big world, actually. See, there's a snarling wolf over there, and it's a level 7, and I'm a level 1. So, you know, it could do me some harm. Now, I do have a thing called foul fleetness. That's one of the early things that you get. So we're doing right now, one of the things you could do when you're doing a chicken session play, is you have escorts. So I am a chicken. But Affadil, you can see here, is running around. She's still a hobbit. And she's her normal hobbity self. She's, oh, I need one more. I thought I had it. So she has, you know, all of her abilities. She can, you know, hit things. She can pick things up. Like all the normal stuff that a hobbit can do of her level. Let's see, what level are you? Trying to click. She's a level 2, 32 minstrel. So, you know, she's easily able to go and knock things out and whatnot. Goodness, that wasn't, I thought that was earthworms there. All right, we'll try another one. So I have to get 4 groups of earthworms to take back to Billina. She's hungry. She doesn't like the current feed. And so we're going to go get her some, there we go. Okay, now I need to go back to her. That's this way. Wee! So it's hilarious when you're running around as a chicken because what they see on me? So they'll see my name, but with a little tilde in front of it. And that's how you know it's not just a regular chicken, like an Autolotro chicken, but an actual player character that's running around. So it's pretty silly. Now, also note that when you are in this session play as a chicken, you can only hear what other chickens have to say, like in regional and things like that. You don't have the ability to hear what the other characters around you are saying. So back then, if Affadil was like, you know, hey, I'm going to go take care of this, or, you know, oh, okay, you go do this, we'll do this for a little while, or whatever it is. I won't have that knowledge. I won't have that ability to receive those messages. So it's useful if you're going to do a session play where you've got escorts to maybe work it out ahead of time, or have somebody in the same room as you who is, you know, part of the escort team. That there's a lot of things like that that you kind of want to do to prepare, for example. All right, so we got to check her out again. Because what she is saying is that the sky is falling. She's very agitated about something. So you notice that I'm kind of zipping through these early ones, and that's easy to do. Yeah, we're still in the North Downs. Exactly, yeah, it's going to be a while before we get to Angmar and whatnot. So I'm really glad that we've got lots of time. Okay, so Billina here. She wants us to go visit 3 different chicken coops and have a chat with those folks about what is going on. So you see on the map that we have 3 different places to go. Are you going to escort? Okay, awesome. And I won't worry too much about evading. Sweet. See, even those shrews, although they are probably like, you know, they might be yellow to me, but at the same time, if I got too close, they might come after me. So, and look at how many red dots there are on my map. Like they are, even all this. So it's really fun to come in and back here and be doing a chicken, because a lot of times by the time you do this, you've been running around the Shire a whole bunch already. And so you're like, ah, yeah, these wolves, they're nothing. Oh, these shrews, they're nothing, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of fun to take you back in time mentally, you know, to kind of enjoy that. So, all right. So yes, do enjoy the closed captioning, please. I hope it is good. And if there are any of you out there who have suggestions for better closed captioning software, I am Open to ideas. Okay, so this is Dora Brownlock's farm. Remember, it's overrun by wolves, and that is probably what this chicken's going to tell us. And because Belina has sent us out to go talk to other places about wolves, and she says, "Wolves, of course I've seen wolves. Have you looked around? Almost our entire coop has been taken. There have been some folk carrying off the survivors down to Waymeet, though." Which is great because that's the nod to a quest that you do where you go and you come up here and you save a handful of Dora's chickens and you take them down to her in Waymeet. So I do appreciate them tying these quests together. So yeah, so poor Belina, she's very upset, Belina the chicken, because there are wolves and it's causing problems. Oh, I can go a little faster. There we go. I have a zoomy ability. Comes up every 2 minutes. But hey, every little zoom helps. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. Oh, we're getting stuck on the side of a hill. Is that we are out in the world and Belina has asked us to go and check in with some other chicken coops that she knows and say, hey, we have a wolf problem. Can you come and help us? And well, spoilers, that everybody else is going to say either, yes, we have problems, and no, we cannot help you, or I don't know what problems you're talking about, and no, I'm not going to come and help you. So we're a little bit on our own with this wolf problem back here in the Shire that she has noticed. So yeah. All right, so in the chat, if there's anything you want to talk about, any questions you have, if you want to come and join us in chickening about, you're welcome to. We are on the Treebeard server, as you can see I put the little thingy there at the top. People seem to like to know what server we're on, and since I tend to bounce around a bit, I've started trying to get better about making sure that's up there. Okay, so we have a chicken here at Rosie Cotton at the Cotton Farm. And they say, wolves here in the Shire, wolves have not dared to venture in so far since the old times, or so the legends tell. I don't know what we could do about such an attack if anything, were to happen. Give my regards to Belina. So, not helpful. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So we are gonna zoom our way over to, now we gotta go talk to Bamfurlock. Yeah, so we're headed over to Farmer Maggot's farm. That's where we're going. So again, you'll notice that I've got a couple of escorts. Oops, not that button. So you see I've got a handful of hobbits here following me along, which is fantastic. Now, an interesting thing that's going to happen is once I've finished talking to the third one, it's going to say your session play is over, and it's going to teleport me back to the farm, to Sanson's farm. The folks that are following and helping out, they don't get that special transport. So they're going to have to turn around and go back on their own. Oh, that's convenient. Okay, but they do have a hunter with them. And so they're able to just zip back to Mickledelving and just ride over, and it takes nothing. That's very convenient. Yeah, yay. Good job on planning that out, y'all. Love it. This brigand, sadly, I get no benefit for that as a chicken. My character still does need to do the brigand slayer deed, and unfortunately in my chicken state, I don't get any incremental assistance on that. Too bad. But yes, I love it. Love our little group of hobbits here helping out. With the Netherhound coming along, who looks awfully cute. That's like a basset hound look. It's so cute. So cute. So, I was just drinking out of my D&Co Demue mug. Yay! I was able to get last month for supporting them. They have a fantastic website if you haven't gone and checked that out. Would you be able to grab the link and pop that into chat, honey? Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Oh, and we have a black peahen there. Nice. So D&Co Demue is a website where they basically have taken all of the housing items that are available in the game, and they have them all listed out for you. Oh, hey, there's a nosy hobbit. I wonder if that's the same as like the chatty hobbits for Perfect Picnic, because we're in that area, aren't we?
This is like a post.
Yeah, but it's the same area, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but we don't have a post.
Right, but I'm just wondering if it's like they swap them out. You see?
Actually,
Right? Kind of cool. Oh, okay, excellent. There it is. So it's a French website, but they do have a English translation on there. So it's fantastic if you're ever wanting to know what a particular housing item looks like. They've got pictures. They show you, it has information about how you acquire it, the cost, and if it's a festival thing or who the barterer is and all of that good stuff. So really, really a super awesome and useful website. Okay, so I got to go over here and talk to this chicken in this chicken coop. And she says, "What is that now? Wolves? No, of course not. Not here in the Shire. I have heard rumors of them, yes, but they are just that, rumors. Chickens get to talking, and they can come up with wild, fanciful stories. The only wolf on this farm is a dog. Of course, the farmer's dogs may be why we have no wolves. They are good protectors." All right, so we finished that. And see, it says session completed. You'll be logged off in a couple seconds. So it's gonna zoom me back. So yes, the nosy hobbits are for the quick posts quest. But so the area that we were just running through is there's an instance in the summer/farmers fair festival. Now summer's festival has been combined into farmers fair, so it's in the farmers fair now. And that there's an instance you can do called the perfect picnic, and you go wandering through the Shire and you get hit by heat waves and other heat-looking enemies. And so I wonder if they swapped out that nosy hobbit, because at one point you're walking along and there's chatty hobbits and they get in your way, kind of. So, and you have to talk to them and you're like, and you waggle you tap your foot at them and stuff. Okay, she looks slightly less agitated before, but she looks like she's waiting for something. Okay, so we got to go back to Wald again. And she looks much calmer, thank you. By the way, did you happen to see an odd rooster on the farm? I thought I saw one, but I never got a good look at it. Okay, well, he says, wouldn't you know, as soon as you calm down, Bellina, George, the rooster next door, started to act all queer. I'm not sure what's gotten into my dad's chickens, but it seems he only trusts you to calm them. So we're going to go talk to the next one. Hello, everybody on your ponies and stuff. So now we're on to George. George seems anxious. Okay, so it looks like I got to do flying the coop. Does anybody else need to do flying the coop? Anybody else in this gaggle? You're ahead of that. I'm guessing everybody else is ahead of me in doing this initial flying the coop. So, but you'll notice we're like half an hour in and we're already to the point where we're talking to George. So it can go pretty fast to get yourself to this point, which is very useful for times like this when other people may have already done this particular quest, and are waiting for me to catch up. So I have to talk to creatures of the Shire, because he is saying that, I thank you for your bravery, my fellow rooster, but I fear that it may not have been enough to save many of us from a terrible fate. While you're away, I had time to think over the circumstances and consider our options. If we do nothing, our numbers will surely dwindle. A similar doom befell Dora Brownlock's coop, and I fear ours is not too far off. I cannot leave the coop. I have far too many responsibilities with half the coop under my supervision. I will set this task upon you. Travel out into the world of the Shire, and even beyond the borders of the Shire in future quests. Speak with other animals you encounter and see if you can find anyone willing to help us in our plight. You should begin by seeking out animals here in the Shire. So we now have a quest that is to talk to creatures of the Shire. The fox is along the Stock Road. Old Sally often wanders into the hills east of Tuckborough, east of Sanson's Farm, and Fang, Grip, and Wolf patrol Bam Furlong. So it's basically going to take us back to a lot of the same places we just were, but we're going to have a chat with some different creatures instead. So here we go. Thankfully, that Coney is not interested in me. So zoom, zoom, zoom. Now it's nice because my escorts can pick up, goodies along the way if they want to get branches, and if we come across any stuff for scholars, they can grab that copper. Like all of that stuff's good for them. As a chicken, as a chicken, I can't pick up any of that stuff, but I can pick up if we see any food along the way. That's pretty funny. I can pick that up, but like cabbages, yeah, my cabbages. But the funny thing is, I can't keep it. Like as soon as a session play is over, it's gone. So I did that one day. I saw some indigo, I think, out in the world, and I grabbed it, and then I was like, cool. And then it's like, wait, session play's over, and I don't have the indigo. Oh, it was very sad. Okay, so first thing we're doing is we are headed down here to talk to, I think it's the fox is the closest one. Although Old Sally seems like she would, maybe it's sending me to Old Sally. Maybe the fox is further on. Because I'm looking at the map. Oh yeah, that's probably Old Sally. That's the fox. Yeah, okay. Oop, I'm gonna avoid that biting shrew. Although I think the biting shrew, yeah, it's yellow. I don't think it would care about me unless I like pecked at it. Which apparently you do have a little bit of an attack, like a 1. Like it's a really small attack. But if you get a horde of chickens together, you can peck like a snake. You can defeat a snake together. It's really quite funny. There was a group that had to work at it, and you can get defeated. If you get defeated while you're a chicken, you end up back at the beginning at Sanson's farm. You have to start all over. So just an FYI there, because there is a chicken session where they give you 8 hours to do it, and you can do it in like 4.5, 6, somewhere in that range. But yeah, like if you get partway through that and you get defeated, like you have to start all over, which seems a little of a bummer, All right, we're going past the great willow tree where the silly took guys are hanging out there, hitting the beehives, because why not? And we are going over here. I just saw old Sally. There she is. Now, we don't have to escort her anywhere. We just got to talk to her. So she says, I'm a pig, you fool rooster. Can't you see I'm in enough trouble as it is? What with all these nasty shrews about? Sometimes I wish that I were a pony. All right, so there's old Sally, and, things are not what she is hoping for. So, all right, well, let's go find the fox. We'll go around this hill tusker. There we go. Yes, let's see what the fox has to say. What does that fox say? Hey, I think we're headed back into the perfect picnic area again. So, is it, yeah, it might be this hill. We ran that instance over and over and over again. And it's so funny though, because I'm so used to it in the instance, and so I don't always connect it to like the landscape, the same, it's the same place. So it's just funny to me that I'm like, I lose track of where I am in the instance compared to landscape. It's very silly. But it's got to be around here somewhere, the hill. Is this the hill? Oh, that might be it over there, isn't it? What? I should pop up my radar? Yeah, the fox is over here. I was following the arrow on here, on my mini radar. But yes, so the perfect picnic, that's right there. You go up this hill, and that's where it ends. So, and then there's an encounter over there, and you come from this way. That's hilarious. Now I'm starting to see it. That's so good. Oh, here comes the fox. All right, so let's say hi to the fox. I don't know, a rooster going up to talk to a fox? He says what? I never heard him. He goes, roar. He says, now what is this? First 3 hobbits sleeping in the forest and now a chicken? You want me to help protect your coop from wolves? My friend, I would sooner eat you, particularly since chicken is very high among my dietary choices. However, seeing as you were brave enough to speak with me in the first place, I will forego my lunch for now. So, he's not going to help us. All right. Perfect picnicking. We're following the trail. So the fox is still not going to help us. So we're going to head back over to Farmer Maggot, see what he can do. So during the perfect picnic, there's an encounter down that way. And you help Penny the pony get to here, and she takes a little rest in the water. But that's after you've gone through here and picked up some carrots for her and encountered all sorts of various things through here. Oh yeah, I could probably dash. Oh yeah, you've probably got, yeah, that's the picnic pony. That's the same, that's the pony, that's Penny the pony that you using to carry all your stuff for the perfect picnic. So with the festivity tokens that you get from running that, you can get a mount and you can also get a pet. So you can have a perfect picnic pony pet that follows you around. It's awesome. Well, I feel very well protected. Woohoo! It's so much fun. So much fun running around as a chicken. See, this is the same area because there's you have an encounter down in Woodall, and then along this road and along that way because it starts over there, I think. This is where the chatty hobbits are that you have to shoo away in order to continue on your way. Oh, but I gotta go across over there. I gotta go across the water. I was getting distracted by the recreation of our earlier events. All right, so here we go. Wow, the sun is going down here. The sun was very bright, and we've moved, and so where I sit now, the sun comes through this fantastic bank of windows and doors. Oh, it's so good. So much bright sunshine coming in. I love it. But yeah, it gets very intense this time of day. Oh, here we go. One of the dogs. Wolf is wandering around. All right, I'll catch him on the other side of the house. Hey, silly wolf. All right, I'll wait till he comes over here because I got these two I can talk to. So here's Fang. And Fang says, what do you want? Protect your coop against wolves? I have my own farm to protect and no time for others. But you would make a nice snack. Be on your way. Oh, and there's Grip. He says, showing off of a few wolves is mighty tempting, but I have too much work here. Besides, what if the wolves come here? All right, speaking of wolves. Hey, wolf. Hey, ho there, rooster. You aren't one of ours. What are you doing here? Trying to steal some of our hens for your coop? Wolves? I haven't seen any wolves around here, but if they show their shaggy faces at Bam Furlong, you can be sure we'll deal with them. All right, so I have spoken with critters in the Shire, and they have basically offered us no help. They are not going to help us with our wolf problem back over on the other side of the Shire. So we'll go back to George, give him the report, and then see if he's got any other suggestions. And we'll need to see where everybody else is on chickening, because I can't remember where we left off. I've switched. I have two mains on the server. I have a high elf hunter, and I have a hobbit hunter, because I love playing hunters. And so I switch back and forth between them, and I'm definitely in a hobbity mood lately. So my hobbit's winning out. So I'm trying to catch her up on the things that, the others have already done. Okay, so George has a rooster who comes over and has a chat with him. This one right here come running in, which is basically us. And we give the report, and the report has been given, and there we go. And the rooster wanders off into the wild. Okay, so now I need to go back and talk to Wald. Oops. Hey, Wald. What's up? I feel like I want to chase around chickens and capture eggs here. All right, so George does seem a bit more peaceful, though with all the wolves around, I don't know if he will ever unruffle his feathers. You should go and see if you can calm him down a bit more, if you have time. So, oh, cool. I completed 40 quests in the Shire. Yay! So I'm a little behind on my Shire questing with Rose. That's okay. So, neat. I have another 35 to go to finish the Life of a Bounder. Not bad, not bad. Coolio. Okay, so now George is ready to talk to me, and we have a whole bunch of Flying the Coop quests. And these take us around all over Eriador. So if I pull up the map, so for example, we just did the Shire over here. There's one that we go to Ered Luin. There's one that we go into Evendim. There's one for Breeland. There's one for the Lone Lands. There's one for the Trollshaws. Is there one for the North Downs? Okay, yeah, there's one for the North Downs. Oh, we go talk to Radagast, which I always find weird, but I guess he does talk to animals.
The cow. Radagast is in the lowlands.
Oh, Radagast is in the Lowlands, right on. So anyway, so here's the list, and it's popped up. And once you have done each of these, I believe it goes away because then it brings up, you're working through these, and then it opens up another section for you. So which ones do you guys have available? So we can do Breeland, North Downs, or Trollshaws. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm open to any of those. We've got a little over an hour. So, anybody have a preference? North Downs. Okay. I am down. Haha. For the North Downs. And, oh wait, put me in fellowship. Oh wait, we can't have a fellowship as chickens. So it doesn't matter. Okay. North Downs it is. North doobie-doo down down. Comma, north doobie-doo. So notice it says 19 slots open. So, because one person has already gone in. And so when I go in, then it'll, so yep, see now there's 18 slots open. And so then as each person goes in, it takes up one of the chicken session slots. So, yes, more specifically, the eastern middle of the North Downs. We always joke about that because it's like, is it the North Downs or the South North Downs or the East North Downs or the West North Downs, the Northwest North Downs, or, you know, we're very silly about it. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to pull up my options bobber, and I'm going to put on chat bubbles, which are, let me just, chat bubble. There we go. I'm going to click chat bubbles and accept that. So basically now, anytime somebody puts anything in chat, like hi, in the area, we'll be able to see each other's talking. So that's going to be really useful. That is a great way for us to communicate. So hold on, Aftel, stand still for a second. So I'm also going to, stop moving, you little chicken. Look, turkey. Okay, there we go. Because this will make it a lot easier for me to be able to follow Affadil around and not get lost. Like if I'm talking and chickening is happening and I miss out. So don't want that to happen. Okay, and then the others there we are, cool. I want to tooltip them too if I can. Are you weaving on purpose, you little sneak? Oops, I almost got Mr. Hobbit. Ah, I almost got him again. Shall we dash on 3? Okay, there we go. Now I've got everybody's tooltips, and as long as I don't hit escape, we are good. Whee! And you notice I do like kind of a, when you do your dash, which is actually called foul fleetness, but it gives you kind of a little quick dash. You do kind of like like you rear up, and then you kind of like flutter, flutter, flutter. Or it's either one or the other way around. It's cute. So I find it cute. All right, so yes, if you have any questions about Lotro, about chickens, about any of this, definitely pop it into the chat there. I also do a bit of crocheting, and so I have fun. I've been having fun making things, and so if you want a crochet update, you know, just ask. We can chit chat about where I'm at and what I've been making, that sort of thing. Can the chickens find a golden egg? Oh my gosh! So in the last event, the Farmer's Fair that just happened, there's a set of deeds for various things. So there's some kind of like little mini games you can do, and one of them is to go to Sanson's farm where we just were, and you the chickens lay eggs. It's a timed event, and you got to pick up the eggs while you're running around. So there's bad eggs, which do nothing for you, but, well, they give you some funny effects on your screen, so that's kind of fun. There's the white eggs, and if you get 5 of those in that time frame, then you win the event, which basically means after the event's over, you go talk to Wald, or no, you talk to the guy who's the announcer next to Wald, and he'll give you 10 festival tokens. Fantastic. Plus it increments a deed where if you win the game, that mini game 20 times, you finish that deed, and I think you get a title egg, the Excellent, I think is the title. You know, with an Excellent, the Excellent. It's cute. All right, so so there's that one, and then okay, so the bad eggs, the white eggs, and then there's solid colored eggs, like, you know, like you might get at Easter time. And the chickens will lay those, and if you collect, there's 5 different ones. There's like purple, blue, green, orange, red, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's a yellow. So if you do, you collect each one of those, and And then if you open it, it gives you some tokens. I know this is where the Farmer's Fair was, and it's all empty now. It's so weird. So you get some Farmer's Fair tokens for that. But then each one of those that you open, as long as you open one of each kind over time, then that finishes the collect the solid colored eggs deed. Then there's another same deed for spotted ones. So it'll be like, green with pink spots or blue with purple spots, whatever. Makes you wonder what these chickens are eating. So you've got that. And then there's striped eggs. So again, kind of like, purple egg with, I don't know, magenta stripes or something. So the 5 of those different kinds. Then there's also a deed for collecting the golden egg. And we were so hard trying to get that. We were playing, like we basically just had it on in the background whenever it was possible to have the computer on, like basically not sleeping and not working kind of thing. And just had it going. And I've got, it's not on right now, but I had, you may have noticed earlier that in the corner down here, I had my reminders. It's a plugin. And that was because I wanted a reminder to every, because it resets. It has a 60-minute timer. So after an hour, you can go back and try again, right? So basically every hour I was in there with one of my characters, with Rose, and then I would alt over and do it with Arthaliel. Those are my 2 mains. And I just kept doing it over and over and over every hour, trying to get that dang golden egg. All right. Oh, I dashed. Sorry, I thought it was a go. Sorry. I dashed around the right time. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now the entire festival, we saw one. We saw one golden egg on the field while we were playing the game. So I know it exists. I actually saw it with my own eyes. And also another kinmate said they saw one, and then somebody in World Chat said they saw one. So, but World Chat, sometimes you got to take that with a grain of salt. So I was like, sure you did. But no, I actually saw one with my very own eyes. And one of our kinmates was in, because we started doing it as a group, thinking maybe the more people we get in there, maybe there's more of a chance of it showing up. So we had, I think, 4 or 5 of us, plus there was another 1 or 2 non-kinship members on the field at the same time. I mean, like, who wouldn't be in our kinship, but whatever, they can have different life choices. So anyway, so yeah, we had like probably 7 people on the field, and yeah, found 1 chicken egg or 1 golden egg. And one of our kinmates got it. So we were glad for her. So that was cool. It was like, cause we saw it and we were all like, oh, and we went for it, it was wild. So yay for that. So thank goodness. You saw one on Treebeard and you missed getting it by a split second. Ah, yeah, I don't think you were there in that same one. Otherwise I'd be like, yes, it was one of us that took it. But I don't think that was the same round. I don't think you were there that round. But yeah, wow, it was crazy to just try and get that golden egg. So now I know next year when the Farmer's Fair comes back around, like that's what I'm going to be doing every hour over there, trying to find that golden egg until I do. And then once I'm done, like I'm done with fair, right? Like I won't have anything else I need to do. Okay, go. Zoom. So we are, here, I'll show you on the map. We just went across the Shire. Let me get this out of the way. So you can see that we're right here. We just came from the Shire. We're just taking the Great Road across. And we're going to go by Adso's Camp. We're going to keep on trekking along. And we are going to the North Downs. So I think... Oh, you need to follow me for a minute? Okay. I'm not sure. I'll just keep taking the road. Turn north at Bree? Okay. So there we go. I have my instructions. I don't know. That's a little... Oh, gosh. We've been discovered. All right. We're going to just keep on running because we basically can outrun the Tuskers as long as we don't stop. And it's actually Mr. Hobbit that's got... Uh-oh. I just went off track a little bit there. Whoopsie. There we go. Okay. Is everybody still here? I hope so. Oops. Dang it. I pushed the wrong button. Running us into the other way. Okay, cool. It looks like all 4 of us are still here. Nice. Nobody got eaten. Hooray. That was funny. They got the scent of Mr. Hobbit there. He was chasing. That's okay. And they said sorry. It's totally fine. Yeah, we survived that. It was very exciting for a chicken, right? So that's good. Got to have some excitement in the life of a chicken. Otherwise, it'd be kind of boring, I suppose. So yeah, so we're gonna continue on the road, and then when we get to Bree, we're gonna turn north, and we'll head up that way. So it's pretty safe. The roads are generally mostly safe. I mean, you'll notice that most of the red dots are, off the road. So in general, we're okay on the road. But again, you have to, you got to keep an eye on things. Zoom. Now, because we have no escorts, that means there's nobody who's able to pick up all the goodies on the side. Whoops. But that's okay. That's okay. It'll be there for the next person that comes around. Aphrodite's catching up. I like it. Well, I might follow you again then. You're less likely to run us into a fox or a wolf that I almost did. Oh, so yeah, so the mini games on the Farmer's Fair. There's 4 mini games that you can do. There's the egg scramble that I was just telling you about. There's the mushroom hunt, where you end up over in Bamfurlong, over at Farmer Maggot's mushroom field, and you are grabbing mushrooms and trying not to get seen by his dogs. So that one's fun. I have fun with that one. And both of those two, if you win, so the way to win on the mushroom hunt is you got to eat at least 8 mushrooms in the time allotted. It's another timed one. So if you get the 8 mushrooms, you can keep on going because the mushrooms give you tokens as you consume them anyway. So you get 1 to 2 tokens depending on the mushroom. You get 1 if it's a white mushroom, and 2 if it's one of the wacky mushrooms and they give you funny effects on the screen too, which is fun. So those are the 2 that you can take horses from the Bywater area, and they teleport you over immediately. Then there's 2 horses over at the Party Tree area, and those are races. And there's a Hobbit Race and a Dwarf Race. And the Hobbit Race, they run around in a big circle around a town and eating food at different stations, basically. And then whichever Hobbit makes it back first is the winner. And then there's the Dwarf Race, which is very, very similar. You've got 4 dwarves lined up. Oh yeah, I'm ready to dash. 1, go, okay. And they run around in a circle, and there's kegs, and as they get to each one, they take a drink, and then they go to the next one. And so each time the Hobbit has a meal, or the dwarf has a drink, they'll have 1 of 2 things will happen, where they'll either be like, oh, I'm too old for this, or oh, I'm so stuffed I couldn't eat another bite, or I'm just gonna wobble to the next one, or whatever. Or they'll be like, wow, that was invigorating, I'm gonna, I feel great, and they dash to the next one. So before the race starts, you pick one of them that you think is gonna win. And if you're right, then you win that event, and you get 10 tokens, which is awesome. But if you don't win, then there's a consolation prize box, and you click on that and you'll get 1, 2, or 3 tokens for the Farmer's Fair. So, it's not a waste of your time. You still get tokens, which is nice. The Farmer's Fair quests in general give you 4 Farmer's Fair tokens. So it's not as, well, overall it averages out to about 4. But if you don't ever win, then it could be less than 4, and then be kind of a bummer. But you just pick the same one over and over again until it wins, basically. So the reason I bring those 2 up is because there's also deeds for those. So now, like I mentioned, there's 4 hobbits and 4 dwarves, so for a total of 8 racers. So once you have won with each one of those 8, then that completes a deed, Lucky Day at the Races. That, once you complete that opens up 2 new deeds. One is much eating, much racing, and one is much drinking, much racing, which you probably can figure out. The eating one is the hobbits, and the drinking one is the dwarves. So then you need each of them to win 3 times that you've picked. And then once you've done that completes each one of those deeds. If you complete both of those deeds, it completes a meta deed, which I can't remember what it's called, but it gives you the puking emote, which is like what? But it also gives you a whole bunch of tokens, and there might be a title there too. Yeah, the heave emote. I mean, I guess it's an overindulgence for sure. All that eating and drinking. It is amusing. So I managed to get the heave emote and all the corresponding, goodies on both of my mains here. Let's see. Do I have? Oh no, I'm in session play, so I can't look at my deed log. I'm a chicken. I don't know anything. I haven't been anywhere. Just been in the world. Watch out for that sow. Splinter tusk. There we go. But yeah, I finished it on both of my mains, and I finished the mushroom deeds, and I finished all of the egg deeds except for the golden egg. So, which means next time the Farmer's Fair comes around, the only deeds those two characters need are going to be the golden egg. So at that point, then I have to decide if I want to do other things with other characters on this server, or do I focus on other characters on other servers who haven't done all the deeds? Because at the Farmer's Fair, there's a whole bunch of other deeds that you can do. There's like kind of like do a little bit of everything at the Farmer's Fair area in Bywater. So like there's an area where you're helping, people are waiting at a stall and they need stuff. And so you go and you help get that stuff. You do that 3 times. There's another guy who's restocking his area. You help him restock 3 times. There's a bounder who wants to tell off the people who have been drinking too much and are saying silly things. You do that 3 times, I think. There's a drunk hobbit who wants you to go throw rotten tomatoes or rotten apples, rotten cabbages maybe, at a bounder. So you do that. It did. Thank you. Anyway, so whatever number it is of those things you have to do, once you've done that, you get, that completes a deed, like at the Farmer's Fair, I think, or something like that is the name of that one. And then there's some fishing deeds that I didn't actually complete all of the fishing deeds. There's one where you've got to get fortunate festival fishes. There's 4 different areas where you go fishing. So the hobbits, the man, the dwarf, and the elves, they each have an area where you go fishing during the festival, and it's a 20-minute timer that you do. So while you're there, if you catch a specific type of fish that's only available during that 20-minute timer, or 10 minutes if you're doing the Hobbit one, and you have to do that have to catch 10 of each of those fishes. Once you do that, that finishes that deed. So there's a lot of deeds for Farmer's Fair. But man, we got through a lot of them. So yeah, I wish the chickens could find the golden egg and finish that up. But then again, it would only be under the chicken session, so that would be really sad. Because as soon as you're not a chicken anymore, the deeds, anything you did as a chicken doesn't count, except for progressing the quests, of course, that you can go and do as a chicken. So at least there's that. So the next, okay, so let's see, it's been an hour, so let me recap kind of where we're at. So, hi, I'm Little Redhead, and this is Heart of a Hobbit. We are running around Lord of the Rings Online as chickens, because it is a very silly, fun thing to do, and we enjoy it terribly. We are coming up into Trestle Bridge because we are making our way into the North Downs, because we got to go talk to... Oh, I took the thing off, that's why. We got to go talk to... What are we talking to over there, a cow? Talk to a creature of the North Downs. Oh, no, it's the little guy. It's not a cow. He's a bison. Calf. There we go. We got to talk to a calf. So cute. You got Fortunate Festival fishes done on all 4 of your Treebeard characters. That is awesome. That was your only focus, just doing the Fortunate Festival fishes? That makes sense. I kind of forgot about the fishing until the end. And so after I was done with all of those other racing and things, then I was like, oh, I should go do the fishing. So then I started doing that, but it resets. It's a daily timer, so I wasn't able to really crank that out like I would have like I was with the other things that were once an hour. So yeah, so Mary Rose says that they're very glad that Lotro allows us to do different things in game. That is different. Chicken runs, fishing. It's nice to relax sometimes. I absolutely agree. There's times when I get my characters, you know, and you end up going through Moria, going through, you know, getting through some of the further and further areas out there, and you know, getting into Rohan and Gondor. And I mean, there's some sad stories in like the Lone Lands too, but I mean, there's just some really hard storylines, emotionally hard sometimes, because you know, they are dealing with Sauron and Saruman and all this horrible stuff that's happening around them. You know, villages are being burned, people are going missing, you know, people are dying. I mean, whatever. Like, there's some really dark stuff going on in the world of Middle Earth during this time. So to be able to just kind of sit back and do something kind of fun and lighthearted, it's a nice palate cleanser. Absolutely. For me, it is. That's how that's kind of how it works for me, is that, yeah, I'm able to kind of relax and enjoy it, and, you know, remember what it is that we're fighting for as those other characters. You know, you can take your level 110 character off into, I don't know, to Belfalos, or to, you know, to the darker places, and be working on defeating the enemies, because you were like, yes, we need to do this for the chickens, we need to do this for the hobbits. So Benral Landy says, I just got into Gondor for the first time through the Paths of the Dead into the Blackroot Vale. Very cool place. Yeah, Paths of the Dead is really, really neat. Yeah, somebody was talking about that recently, about how they really love the Paths of the Dead and wish there were more reasons to go in there, because it's an interesting and cool place. Now, there was a where was it? There was a deed that we were doing, or a quest line. There was something we were doing where we were going back into did little chicken emotes on the screen. That's fun. That took us back into the Paths of the Dead for like defeating certain type of ghosty, and I think picking up some boxes in there, some chests. So that was neat that we got to go back in there and see that place, because yeah, I mean, obviously they put some neat work into that. Never tried fried hobbit. Oh, the Swan Night repeatables are in the Paths of the Dead. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so that was probably what we were working on, with some of the Swan Night stuff at Del Amroth? Del Amroth, yeah. Awesome. Right, thank you. Thanks, Agathar. Yeah, Dol Amroth. Here, I'll put that. Yeah, Dol Amroth. For those of you who aren't there yet. We meet Amroth in the High Elf intro? Really? Oh. See, I tell you, like, I've done the High Elf intro a number of times now, and there's still things that I miss. I haven't read through the Silmarillion. We have a really cool copy of it, though. We have a beautiful copy of it for me to read through, but yeah, there's a lot of lore that I love. It's slowly seeping in, you know, as we play more and more. I think it's fantastic. I really appreciate how the developers of Lord of the Rings Online really spend a lot of time, you know, getting into the lore and making sure that that is an integral part of the game, you know. They're not just like throwing in something wacky and just out of nowhere. Even the Brawler that's coming up, which is a new class that they're working on, there's somebody basically that it's kind of being based on, from like second age, first age. So yeah, it's not out of nowhere. Yeah, Helm Hammerhand. So Yeah. Oh, anyway. Oh, so I also wanted to mention that we are trying out closed captioning on the stream. And so if you go into the bottom corner of your screen down there, the bottom right-hand corner over there, you should have a little closed captioning box that you can click on, and it will toggle them on and off for you. And you should have some options. You can change the color of the text, the color of the background. I think you can change the font possibly. So hopefully, yeah, give that a try. See if that helps out. I'll probably put something in a tweet at some point to start getting some feedback on if that is effective for those who would like to look at the closed captioning. Now, it's not perfect. It's going to say all sorts of wacky stuff. You know, I'm sure when I say Lotro, it doesn't know what I'm talking about. So you have to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. You know, do a little bit of, like if you're listening to somebody speak a foreign language and you're like, wait, what did they say? Oh, okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I got you. So you have to do a little bit of that translating in your head. But overall, it's, I think, well, overall, it's better than nothing, for sure. So doing what we can, doing what I can. So definitely give that a try if that is something of interest to you. We are wary of spiders here. Yeah, I think that's legit. There are spiders. There are spiders. Whee! There was another player that rode by, so I thought we'd, you know, leap at them. Okay. Dashing. So somebody said they keep hitting paranoia. That's true. Paranoia is a good thing in this area. Then probably it helps to show you if there's things that are hidden. Yeah, it says you're not sure what, but something isn't right. Oh, but the critter that we're coming up to look for is out here in this. See, out here with all of these hormantles, which is a great place to come and farm hides if you end up needing that level. But we are out here to talk to this yearling, and they say, "Are you here to help me? I'm lost and cannot find my way. Do you know where my mother is?" The Shire? My mother's in the Shire? Oh, you want me to protect your coops from wolves? No, I couldn't do that. The wolves would eat me. And they're probably right. Okay, so that finishes the North Downs. So you notice that we ran, there was a lot of running, or yeah, running, chickens run. So we ran our way up to the North Downs, talked to one creature, and we're done. So zoom, 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 and we're done. So it's yeah, that one goes. It's kind of funny because you do basically get more and more of these as you go on, where they'll just send you off to talk to no more than 3 usually. I think there might be one where you have to talk to. That's when you open up the bigger ones. When you open up the bigger ones, then you have to talk to a whole bunch of creatures, but you get more time to do it. I think we might do an epic session sometime. I think we should schedule an epic session where we go and we do the longer ones. Yay, we're all here. What a strange dream. All right, so George wants to recap. He flaps his wings excitedly. He sees something approaching. And that would be the rooster comes in. Now, since there's, as you see, 4 of us, and as we each complete this, if the rooster is still within view, it counts for that person who's also completed it. So you've only see, it's not like you get 1 rooster per person. I mean, you could, if everybody waited till the rooster disappears and the next person does it, you know, you could do it like that, but you don't have to. You can just do it all at once, it's fine. Okay, so let's see, we have, oh yeah, we got time. Which one's, Trollshaws? Breland or Trollshaws? I'm good with either. Okay, let's do the Trollshaws. It's a little bit of a challenge, so that'll be fun to do as a group. Okay, so there we go. So we have chosen Flying the Coop Trollshaws. And you'll notice we are each going offline. So there's one person's gone in. Zoom, here I go. Zoom. Fantastic. That's good stuff. Oh, yes, right. And I want to remember to put chat bubbles and get up the, oops, get up my tooltips real fast. So you and you. Oh, Agatha is following us as well. Awesome. Welcome. So good. So good to have such a group. It's so much fun. It's always more fun to be a chicken in a group. All right, Affidilio. I am following you while I get up my chat bubbles. That is not how you do that. There we go. Bubbles. Chatty bubbles. All right, we're going to dash. Okay, go. Okay, going with the dashing. I didn't see it do it, but I think it did it. It's set my timer back, so it must have done it. All right. Now, another nice thing, though, is when you are doing the chicken thing, yes, you do have to pay attention. However, you can, like, kind of pick a lead chicken and just kind of follow them, which is great, like, if you have to, like, step away for some reason or something. So that's not too bad. Plus, that way it keeps you from straying off and finding something that you didn't mean to find. Whoops. Okay, so let's see. So right now we are in between festivals, as I mentioned that the Farmers Fair just finished. The Farmers Fair just finished. And then next we have, hang on, let me pull up my schedule. So today is September 2nd. Yep. Then next week, September 9th, there's still no festivals. September 16th, there is a small event, the Tale of the Shipwrecked Mariner. So we'll probably do that. I haven't done that on Treebeard because Treebeard has not been around for a year yet. So we'll probably go and do that. Oh, that's true. We haven't done bingo. We are behind on bingo. So maybe we'll do Shipwrecked Mariner and bingo on the 16th, get that caught up. But I think next week, the 9th, might be a great time to do one of the more epic chicken gatherings, right? Epic chicken run. And we can put that out there and see if more people want to join in. We can pick one of the big ones. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just click my dash button so that way in 8 seconds it'll come up. It'll do its thing. I like to be able to queue up things like that. It's kind of convenient. So, okay, so that's what we'll do. So next week we'll do an epic chicken run. And then on the 16th, the middle of September, we'll do the Tale of the Shipwrecked Mariner and we'll catch up on bingo. And then September 23rd is the Baggins' birthday. So both Bilbo and Frodo celebrate their birthday. So there's a cute little quest that you can go and do with that. And then we can also do any, because bingo is being released week by week on the legendary servers on Treebeard and Shadowfax, like it was originally when they did it. So there'll be a new week. We can do a new week of bingo. And then September 30th is there's a buried treasure event. And that's just a weekend event, like Thursday through Monday. And so we can take a look at that and maybe also catch up on the weekly bingo. October 7th, so a month from now, that's going to be awesome because we've got a Hobnanigans session. So maybe catch up all the basic ones before we get to next week. I think that's a great idea. Mega Eriador on the 9th. Is that the one where you have to talk to a creature and everyone? Free range? Okay. Yeah, I think that might be good. Man, I'm tempted. Maybe I'll pull up the wiki page real quick. Hang on a second. Let's see. Outro free range. I'll share this with you all. Oh, let me put that up. Cool, thank you. So free range. Now I've just covered up the tab by opening a new tab. Does that stop the closed captions? Pull it off, okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Still learning how to use the closed captioning correctly. So that was a thing I wanted to make sure. So yeah, there's a whole series of these chicken quests, as you can tell. So free range gives you, how long is that one? Yeah, you have to have completed The Sky is Falling, and you have to have completed these ones that we're doing right now. And completing all those quests is a prerequisite for the Great Wide Open, There and Back Again, and Free Range. Free Range, you get 8 hours to complete it. You have to talk to helpful NPCs and locate chicken stones. Oh my gosh, right. Okay, this is going to be a marathon. I'm just wondering if we're going to need to start earlier. Because if it gets to be too late, I'll get tired. I'll have to think about this. Excuse me. There's another one though, isn't there? Let's see. Is that the shortest of the three? Which is the one? Oh, that's 8 hours also. There and Back Again, is it also? I love that title, There and Back Again. That one's also 8 hours. Which one takes the shortest amount of time to complete, do you think?
I think we do free range because it's the most epic.
Well, no, okay, so here's my concern. Is that if we start at, what time do I normally start streaming? It's 7 o'clock our time. So 5 hours would take me to midnight. I'm just not sure how, like, awake I'll be at 11 o'clock at night, to how focused I'll be. That's my only concern. But we could try. We could try. All right, all right. Well, that's my thinking, is what if we started an hour earlier? Start at 6 o'clock. Yeah, right? The Evandim quest is fantastic. Somebody's, Mary's putting that in the chat. That they like the Evandim chicken quest because you go to the Brandywine River and you just swim. And yeah, no baddies eating chicken. And it's nice. Like, I've got some great screenshots of when you're going and you're coming up into the area and there's High King's Crossing and you've got that amazing giant statue there. There's some really neat screenshots you get. And you wouldn't get that if you weren't coming up the river. And why would you be coming up the river unless you're a chicken, right? It's kind of how that goes. So, yeah, I love it. I love how these funky little side quests that we can do take us into areas in ways that we would never think about it. You wouldn't. Like, you wouldn't walk this. You would get on your mount and you would ride, right? Or you would grab a hunter and get a teleport to Bree or something. So I love that it takes you into the world in a way that's different from your normal interaction with the world. It's pretty cool. You heard from Belina's cousin's friend that the forest on our right is at least 10 years old. Yes, the old forest is at least 10 years old. I would agree with that. Could ask Tom Bombadil, he probably knows. It's super old. It's older than the oldest rooster. Chicken conspiracy theories. No, okay, what if we do our normal time? Because if people are looking to join us, then they can join at the regular time. Okay, so we do regular time. So do 7 o'clock our time. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll do... We're going to pump me up with caffeine. Well, we'll make sure I have dinner first, because I kind of didn't plan today well, and didn't have dinner before streaming. So sometimes that happens. You know how that goes. Sometimes that happens. I am what a friend of mine called about herself. She said that she was a woman of a certain age, and that sometimes she gets a little forgetful or has a hard time focusing, things like that. So there you go. I am also a woman of a certain age and find myself a little bit spacey sometimes, and today was a spacey day. So one of those where you're like, did I eat today? I meant to. I went to the kitchen. Did I do anything in the kitchen? What did I do in the kitchen? What was it? Why was I there? What did I accomplish? Yeah, it's one of those days. So that's all right. So one funny thing about being a chicken, and it gets me every time, is the stable masters. Because I collect stable masters. Like, I don't like not having the stable master filled in, the map, the stable master map filled in. So if you go up to your mini radar up in the top corner and you click on stable masters there, it'll show you all the stable masters across Middle Earth, right? Which is fantastic. And there's a lot of them. And so when I get to like my higher level characters, you know, I'm like, okay, are we missing anything? Are we missing, you know, like I'm filling in the map. By the way, this one always makes me think of a whale up in arid Mithrin, the outline of it. Anyway, so I'm always filling in my stable master map. And so to just walk by a stable master and not pick him up, it's like, no. Yeah, it gets me every time. Did you just say you just flew in from Bree and boy, are your arms, your wings tired? Nice, very nice. All right, we will dash again very, very soon. 3, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Well, I'll just click on my button, and then it'll go again when we can. All right, we're gonna try and coordinate. But I don't want to lose all my tooltips, though. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, we're going to the Troll Shaws. So we're gonna go through Breetown, and you know, terrorize the locals here, and then we're gonna keep going because we're going to Troll Shaws. Troll Shaws. Oh, we're in Bree now. So the Shaws that are trolls. Let's see. Go to the Lone Lands. Go across the Lone Lands, all the way to the Troll Shaws, all the way through the Troll Shaws, and then we got to go talk to Aragorn's horse in Rivendell. Yeah, Troll Shaws, 50% trolls, 50% Shaws, all elf. Now there's dwarves. There's dwarves that got lost. I think of them as getting lost. If they end up in the Troll Shaws with all the elves, they must be lost. Those were the trolls. Oh snap. Picking on the dwarves there. So sometimes what we do is, you know, when we encounter a player, is we'll like, you know, jump all around them because again, we cannot interact with players in a verbal way. Like if we type and say they don't see it, like it's a very different thing. So like we could go over to this person over here picking up their Wendas and they probably won't even notice. Maybe there's somebody else we can find. There we go. There's somebody standing here. So can you imagine, like, you've got a whole bunch of stuff in front of your screen and all of a sudden you look up and you've got these chickens, like, surrounding you. Occasionally we get somebody who follow us and join along for a little while. It's fun. And I love it when I run across people that are doing chickens, because that's such a treat. It's fun. But yeah, so we don't have any way to interact with, you know, the non-chickens of the Lotro world, basically. Yeah, we can't post in like world chat or anything like that. I don't know if you can instant message a non-chicken. I'm not sure if you can. We should figure out somebody who's not a chicken and see if we can instant message them. Oh, well, let me see. Can you do anything? Can I even use instant messaging? Who do I know? Oh, look at that. It's telling me all of the chicken players that are online right now. That's fantastic. I didn't know it would do that. Oh, I just got an instant message from Affodil. No? From Till to Affodil. Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. So let me see. Is anybody actually online? Oh, that's not gonna help me. Yeah, Okay, we'll try later. Oh, wait. Oh, no, because I'm not in a... I can't look at my kinship because I'm not in a kin because I'm a chicken. I can look at... And there's a thing called tribe, but apparently that's not activated. You could be a chicken raid. I don't think that's actually accurate either. And raid locks, I can't even look at those because chickens don't have raid locks because chickens can't do raids, I think. So chickens can instant message other chickens. So that's kind of useful, I guess.
You can try to invite me to a group.
I think I've tried that before. We're talking about trying to invite to a group. So like, group invite. You are not allowed to be in a group because the subtitle is because you're a chicken. You know, it's implied. Oh, we're dashing. Right on. Go zoom. Okay. See, it's nice to just kind of walk by the midwater marshes, and not be attacked by midges. That's nice. See, Sam, you should have just taken the road up here. I don't think that would have been safe. I think it's barely better they went through the marsh. I just love looking at the background sometimes. Just kind of sit back and look around. So pretty. Yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, there you go. Would you take the road if Bill Fernie was nearby? My answer used to be no, but lately I think if Bill Fernie came up and gave me a hard time, I'd probably just pop him in the nose. My patience for ridiculousness. Exactly. We'd peck at his ankles. Peck, 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 peck. So, oh yeah, look at that. So good. It's so neat how they have just painted these landscapes so well. I mean, that's got to be Weathertop, doesn't it? It's the tallest thing around. It's like Pikes Peak when you come into Colorado. Well, get further into Colorado.
We must be almost there.
We must almost be there. Oh, hey. Can't see the map because I closed that. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, it has to be. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I lost Weathertop. Oh, we're going to dash. Oh, no, I pushed the wrong button. I pushed bob and weave. I'm bobbing and weaving. And dashing. All sorts of chaos happening. There we go. What's that one? As long as I don't push possum impersonation. That's the one where you flop over and you play dead. But it'd be good if I don't do that by mistake while we're trying to run. I'm going to just scoot that out of the way. Oh, you have to be not moving. Oh, oh okay. All right. So it's going to be hard for me to not, like, hit it. It's hard for me to hit it by mistake. It's hard to hit it intentionally. There you go. Yep, there's Weathertop. Found it again. So good. So yeah, if you think about it, like Weathertop, I mean, like, it's not like there's, current pictures of what it looked like back then. So you kind of have to recreate what Weathertop would look like now as ruin based on what Weathertop would have been as an outpost, as a lookout station, and try to piece that together, and then how would it then be ruined? So it's kind of a really fascinating exercise in construction and then deconstruction, and yeah, housing a Palantir, maybe. So yeah, it's interesting to see all these ruins throughout, like, the Lone Lands, where there really wasn't a lot of information in the books about, who lived in the Lone Lands and what are they doing now, kind of thing. Like, what is it? They mentioned that there's, like, the Forsaken Inn Or I don't even know if they call it by name. No, think about it. It should be dashing as soon as it comes up. There it goes. It should go. Yeah. There it is. I think I was a fraction behind you somehow. That is okay. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so next week, y'all come with your caffeine and get all your snacks ahead of time. We're going to do a marathon session because there's nobody else on Thursdays for quite a while. On Thursdays, here, I can even put it in the chitty chat. Thursday. Yeah, there we go. So French Girl Gaming was on like 12 hours ago. And Winnie also is on a while ago in the day, Winnie's Musings. And then I'm on at like 1 o'clock Eastern time, so 7 o'clock Central European time. And then Eldolef is US based, and I think Epic Ogre is as well. So those two are on basically in the evening US time on Thursdays, whereas I'm on like, during the day. So for US time. So we may actually come close to Elda. No, she doesn't come on till like 2 o'clock, I think, our time, 2 a.m. Affadil says, we're not going to take that long. We'll either be done with it or we will have failed. That's funny. Okay, so yes, so we're going to do, okay, so Forsaken Inn is mentioned in The Hobbit, says Mr. Hobbit. I was thinking that there was a mention of an inn in the Lone Lands, but I couldn't remember if they mentioned it by name or said it was there was a Forsaken Inn, not a capital F Forsaken, capital I Inn. I couldn't, was it a descriptor or the name? It could be either. Oh, that's so funny. I said capital I, and it came out something else in the closed captioning. Closed captioning is not perfect. We know this. But hopefully it is useful, and hopefully people are finding it useful. So I'll keep trying it out. All right, dashing. And I'll start making sure I put on my tweets that will have it going, so that way people can be ready for it. Forsaken Inn is what people started calling Bag End after Lobelia got it. Oh, snap. Chicken burn. I don't want burnt chicken. Although I do like it kind of crispy on the outside. That's true. So there is that. Like when we have eggs, I like to have them crispy on the outside. So I'll do like butter. Like if I do a fried egg, like do on the one side and do on the other side. But I try to get it so it's crispy on the outside. I like that kind. I should put eggs on the grocery list. We haven't had eggs in a while. Oh, or you could just go down the street and get those eggs. That'd be nice. We have, now that we're like living in in the wilderness. No, so what we did is we were in a larger town in the Netherlands, in Arnhem, which has like 150,000 people. And it is the capital of the province, of that region, that area. And a province is kind of akin to a county, kind of akin to a state, compared to like U.S. stuff. It's more of a county in terms of size, but I would say in terms of what I don't know. It has a lot to. It does a lot though. The Comente does. So spider. Uh-oh. No spider. Yeah, watch out for them spiders. All right. Should I queue up my foul fleetness? 8, 7, 6. 5. You go ahead and count it down. Dash on 3. 1, 2, 3. 0. Cool. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we moved to one of the towns nearby. So from like an American perspective, you might consider this a suburb of the bigger city. I mean, it's not like, there's city and then there's nothing and then there's town. I mean, it's there's definitely pockets of ruralness. Like when you come, there's a river in the middle and between the city and our town. And when you come across the river, they in with their in all their Dutch wisdom, yes, a river runs through it. They have basically, you've got the river, and then on each side of the river is some lower land, and then it kind of has like a berm, and then or kind of like a natural looking dike, and then it'll have another flat area, and it's the floodplains basically. So when there was a lot of rain and flooding that happened a month ago, yeah, about a month and a half ago, it was it really impacted some areas of Germany and some parts like in the southern Netherlands, Belgium kind of area. So around here though, we've got the floodplain. So when the river was running high, it just overflows, and then it fills up that space. And if it overflows the next one. But then again, there's ridges to kind of keep it in that space. And so if it overflows into the next space, and like these pockets, so that keeps it from coming up to the town and to the houses and that sort of thing. So that's really, really awesome. So when it's not overflowing with water, which is the majority of the time, or they're like effective dikes in a sense, like, you have your dike and you have water, floodplain, and then you have a dike and then you have a floodplain. But when it's not filled with water, which again is most of the time it's not filled with water, there's the cows. There's apparently a huge dairy farm nearby. And so that's where the cows go out and graze. So you'll just be like sitting on the bus, trucking along, coming from, like I was popped over to Arnhem to go to the dentist the other day, whatever, or go to the yarn store, and I'm coming back and I look over, and it's like, there's the area with the grass and all that stuff, and there's the river, and there's like a ton of cows, like, oh, so many cows. It's so crazy. But yeah, so because there's some rural spaces around here, like this used to be some farmland, and then it gets kind of portioned up, and there's some houses, but there's still some nice land. And so there's a place, I don't know, like 3 minutes bicycle ride from our house, where they have chickens, and they'll put the chicken eggs out. They've got like a little box, like, like those little free libraries where you have the little door and you can pull a book out. It's the same kind of idea. So you can just, you just go, and I think there's a can or something there, and you just put a couple euros in there and take some, chicken eggs. So, I should have you grab me some chicken eggs next time you're out. He does most of the grocery shopping, so it just worked out that way. So, hello, Oldsbane. Yes, we are chickens. So we are doing a chicken adventure. Currently, we are doing the one flying the Coop troll shaws, and we have 2 hours and 2 minutes yet in our time to do this. I think it gave us 2.5 hours. We have to go talk to creatures of the troll shaws, and by creatures they really mean one. So I'm gonna wait and dash here in 20 seconds. Well, I'll go ahead and queue it up. So yes, I'll show you on the map where we're going. So we've just almost finished coming out of the Lone Lands, and now we're going into the Troll Shaws. We're gonna go all the way across the Troll Shaws, go up the High Moors, into Rivendell, and we're gonna go talk to Aragorn's horse. And maybe they will have some advice for us on how to deal with the wolves in the Shire that we were dealing with. It was a mosquito. Oh, do you want to grab it? Oh, you're, yeah. I can lead for a second. Okay. I'll do my best. One of our windows is open and it doesn't have a screen on it, and it has gotten to be nighttime here. So the mosquitoes, they're like, nom nom hobbit. Yeah. Or in this case, nom nom chicken. Whee! We just passed a person riding the other direction. All right, I think I'm still on the road. I get a little lost in the troll shaws, but I think after the last time we did the troll shaws over on Landreval, actually, I think I finally started to get to the point where I can recognize things a bit more. Although I think I may have just gone off road. Nope, there's the road. It's back. Neat-o. All right, should I follow you some more? Cool. Nice. A wild chicken comes falling down from the sky. Okay, so we've got new sales up there. Thanks, Mubot. Coming up. So Thursday is a really interesting time because like right now during my stream, and I can't show you because I'm a chicken and chickens don't know anything about Lotro stores. But in the Lotro store, if you go take a look, you'll have both the sales that are just finishing up and the new sales will often get started. So there's sometimes a bit of overlap on that. So let's see what we have for the new sales. It's, double bonus points is back. Oh, that's always nice. So if you are ever looking to buy Lotro points, I thought I heard combat. Okay. Basically, the way they do it is you buy, X number of points for however much money. And then they'll give you like a bonus. So it's like, hey, I will buy, 500 Lotro points. And they're like, you get a bonus of 100. And so right now it would be a bonus of 200, for example. So the bonuses are doubled right now. So that's a really good time to buy Lotro points. And let's see what else. It says available for a limited time. Double bonus points, chicken tested, chicken approved. Yes, we have bought some chicken points. We have bought chicken points. There you go. We've also bought double bonus points. We do that on if we're going to buy the points, double bonus points is the time to do it. Let's see. Also available for a limited time, Bomber's Bounty. Find it in the Lotro store through September 12th. Oh, I have vague recollections of Bomber's Bounty. I think it's one of those package deals where you get a little of this, little of that. It's a good deal if you're missing the things that are in it. But if it includes writing, I already have writing. I actually have journeyman writing. I love journeyman writing. It gives me, hang on, I got a dash. Okay, it gives you the writing skill that you can use as soon as you're level 5. Well, as soon as you have the novice ability, whatever it's called. So once you're a novice, you can use the writing skill, which is basically level 5. So it's really funny because here on Treebeard, our experience is lower. So if you go through the intro, you come out of the intro, because you've earned less experience, you might not come out at level 5. And so that's really funny because I came out as a high elf and I was still like level 3. And so I'm like, okay. So I went to go and like take out some sickle flies or something. But those things are mean when they've got a bonus and you're a level 3 little nothing. So I banded together with some other people so we could take out some sickle flies and basically got myself up to level 5 so I could become a novice. So then I could ride, and that was great. So I love journeyman writing. Gives you the writing skill, gives you apprentice writing, and then journeyman writing is faster. It's like 78%, I think, something like that. So highly recommend it. Love it. What else is available? Make your piece of Middle Earth shine. Get 20% off select housing decorations, select housing sets, housing property writs. Select cloaks now through September 9th. And the new weekly coupon will be morale bubble, is for morale bubbles. And the coupon code will be more morale, MOREMORALE. So I think the weekly coupon switches over tomorrow, or does it switch over now? No, it says September 2nd. So, okay, so the coupon is switched over. So that means that the old one, which was for some bonus crafting, like Get Craftsy, I think it was, that one's no longer available. Oh, dashing. Dash, dash, dash. Yes, so one thing on Treebeard, because you've got less experience, but if you have, if you just as a player, as a person have purchased some of the expansion sets, so I think like Moria had one. So anyway, when you, there's, where you open it up and you get a whole bunch of goodies. One of them has, two of the different sets have experience, extra bonus XP earrings that you can get. And so if you put those on while you're in the intro, it'll accelerate the amount of experience that you're getting. So you'll come out of the intro at least level 5. I think I came out at level 6 or 7 with maybe a hobbit. It was probably a hobbit, because I put the earrings on right away once I knew that trick, and then I didn't have any. I wasn't slacking on the experience coming out of it, so that was kind of funny. Spam possum without stopping. Last time I checked possum. Uh-oh, I'm losing track of the conversation. Hold on. There's a conversation about possuming. All right, so last time the Affidil checked, possum has a bug where you can use it while running, and it works even though, oh, I'm stuck on the ledge. Hold on. You get a bonk noise indicating it's not working. This is a problem. Hold on. Stop running for a second. Okay. Okay, here I come, but I maybe... Okay, I think I didn't incur anybody's wrath. Okay, so when in doubt, spam possum without stopping. What do you mean when in doubt? In doubt of what?
Being attacked.
Okay, so if I think I'm being attacked, start hitting possum?
Just tap it.
Okay. Should we dash?
There.
Okay, we're dashing. Oh my gosh, right through the bears. Yo! I think we lost Affidil. Oh, we lost me. Session failed. We'll be logged off in 25 seconds. Wah, wah. Well, you guys go ahead. Go ahead and keep going. If you can. I encourage you to finish the session. Go, fly, be free, chickens. You can do it. Oh, that was pretty funny. So this is why sometimes you'll have an escort who will go with you, who stays not as a chicken, but as a player character. And so they'll go off and like defeat the things right before you get there. So that way you can, make it through safely. It is really funny when you have somebody who thinks they're being helpful and they go far ahead of you and defeat everything. Because then you're like, oh, everything's safe, and you're trucking along. And then the respawns come up, and you're like, poof, all of a sudden there's a wolf in front of you. You're like, no! So that is less optimal. So yes, it's way better if you have somebody, if they're escorting you, who they kind of stay with you. Oh, you got lag. Yeah, I had a little blip there myself. So, oh, you disconnected. Oh no. Yeah, it's hard to survive being disconnected when you're being attacked. So for us, George still has flying the Coop troll shaws. I know, right? I'll come pat you and console you. Oh, it's okay, Affidil. Indeed. Okay, so we're not gonna do that right now. We'll wait and come back to that here in a bit. I'm curious to see how the others of our party, if they survived. So let's say we lost me, we lost Affidil, we lost Agathor. Oh, you got resumed. Interesting. So I wonder if that means you're able to keep going. That's nice. All right, so a couple of them may actually be successful in this, so that's fantastic. Oh, I don't think we're not really high enough level to just bip over there and help, I don't think. I'm trying to think if we could even, I don't think I have, yeah, I don't have Rivendell. I can't teleport us to Rivendell. Yeah, we could do Bree and Gandalf. Sure. So for those of you who don't know, if you're trying to get to Rivendell, and if you don't have, transportation to Rivendell, like you're not high enough level, any reason why you don't have Rivendell yet, you can do this little trickery that we're going to do here, where basically you go into the Prancing Pony in Bree, and Gandalf has a quest for you. You pick up the quest, and as soon as you accept the quest, it auto-teleports you to Rivendell. So, that's a great way to get to Rivendell very, very quickly. Now, once you get there, you want to make sure you drop that quest because you don't need it. And also, you want to be able to use the Gandalf Express, as they are calling it there in chat. Yes, the Gandalf Express is so helpful for like things like this, because we're like level 33 and 32.
There is a minimum level, but we're high enough for that.
Yeah, I think you do have to. There is a minimum level to talk to Gandalf, like 10 or something. So notice he has a gray ring. The road to the Lonely Mountain is what I'm talking about. I will accept that. Zoom. Off we go to Rivendell. All right, so I am going to, well, I'll tell you, I'll mount up and I'll follow you. We want to go up the hill. What? Oh, High Moors. Rock on. That's fine. So I'm going to make sure I go into this quest and cancel it before I forget. Yes, I want to cancel that. So there we go. Now, there's a cooldown on most quests, like a 5-minute cooldown, something like that. So if I were to, I don't know, run back to Bree and do this again real quick, he probably wouldn't let me do it yet. There's probably a 5-minute cooldown. There almost always is. Uh-oh, Flu-Flu's just come online. So either they completed it or they are no longer chickening. All right. But we'll pop over to the High Moors and see if we can catch up with our chickens. I was thinking we'd go the other way, though, because then we'd catch them. Oh, Prowler got you. Oh. Dang, it's a tough spot. All right, I'm going to say hi to the stable master. So now I have him at least unlocked. But, okay, High Moors, here we go. All right, you must be... They've got to be further ahead, any of the chickens that are left. All right, chickens, we're on our way. Although I don't know how effective we'll be, but... Because those things are big and scary, aren't they? But we can at least help pull aggro. Perhaps. See what we can do. Yeah, this stuff is a fair number of levels above us. So 7 above you, so 6 above me, because I ended up with an extra level. Yeah. Well, we lost Flu-Flu as well. So it's possible that Mr. Hobbit and Agatha might still be out. Chickens, we're coming! Right, yeah, 'cause that's the thing, is if they got this far, then they're pretty close to safe, because the road will just lead them on. Oh, there's some Leberthon branches back there. I can't just... Oh. Okay, so Mr. Hobbit's our last one. Last Hobbit standing. Last chicken running. All right, well, we'll see if he needs any help, but I think he's... Yeah, he must be past here, which means he's safe. As long as he doesn't fall down and, you know, misadventure. Take him out. The road to Rivendell. Oh, that's true. I got a new deed. Yay. Have you found him? Okay. Oh, well, that was good. Oh, there's Agatha. That's awesome. We're all running around looking for a chicken. All right. Well, I could just take us back to Sanson's farm if we want to. Okay. Yeah, I'll take us back to Sanson's farm and we'll just meet up there. We can compare stories. Mm-hmm. What's that? Uh-oh. What'd you do? Okay. Nice. I'm doing the guide. Doing guide 2. Okay. So, yeah. I mentioned that because I want to make sure like Affodil doesn't just start riding off somewhere. Be like, I'm like, wait, come back. I just ran us off. I just teleported and you didn't. Oh no. You know, like, it's only happened once or twice, but you know, once or twice is enough. You want to follow me? Yeah. We'll just going to take us back over. So, yeah, so you can see why sometimes it is useful to have an escort for when you're doing the chicken runs in some of these areas where things get a little dicey like that. Although Affadil has managed to do, which one? Great Wide Open? All of them. No, there's one, but there's one you did a video of. Okay, well, there's a part in the Misty Mountains where you have to go up this, what was it called? The Bitter Stair? And up outside of like the Heligrod area. And there's all sorts of humans there that, you know, want to take you out. Yeah, the Bitter Stair outside of Heligrod. And so, I'll show you on a map. So up in Misty Mountains. So you have to get up in this area, and so yeah, there's a narrow stairway, and it is very, very difficult to get up that way. And Affadil has managed to do it. They, you know, you watch the pathing of the patrols and all that sort of stuff. So that can be really. It is possible to do it. And there's a video that we have out there over on my business channel, actually, at some point. So you've never done that before, Mr. Hobbit. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations to you, Mr. Hobbit, for making it through there. Exactly, yes. We're all very happy for you. Yeah. So as you can see, you know, these chicken runs, they're not just a slam dunk. There's times definitely when we make it look easy, but that doesn't mean that it is always easy. Oh, you just disappeared. Are you a chicken? Okay, so we will work on catching up our chickening over the next week and make sure we have this list clear. So basically, when you go to George, I'm going to make sure I get done with all of these Flying the Coop adventures, and that will open up the next set, which gives us free range, and we can do the Great Wide Open and Therenbach again, and so we'll work on that. So we'll do that then next week. So anybody who wants to join us, we'll start at 7 o'clock my time, so 1 o'clock Eastern time, and yeah, I'll put the word out. So if anybody wants to, you know, come and be an escort, you're welcome to do that. If you want to come be a chicken with us, you know, that'll be fun. So we can just have a whole group and, yeah, and have a good time. So that was a rough collection of mobs that we ran into there. That was crazy cakes. So, all right. So, yeah, let me just review then where we're at. So next week we're going to do an epic chicken run, and then the week after that we'll do some Shipwrecked Mariner and some catch up on some bingo, and then we'll do those who were named bingo but have their names changed to Baggins. We'll check in with those two on their birthday on September 23rd, and then we'll go do the Buried Treasure event, and then Hobnanigans, and then Harvest Math starts middle of October. So that'll be fun. We'll be back in the Shire doing all sorts of fun festivaling there. So today, by the way, is the day in which Tolkien, the author of all this, passed away on this date in 1973, I believe. So this is also known as Bard's Day. And over on Lorelin, for example, there is a group of hobbits that are doing some Bard's Day celebration, as it were, and doing poems and songs and things like that. So if you find that you are wanting to get into some of the original lore of Lord of the Rings Online, pop over to Lorelin. They are, let me see if I can remember where they're at. Let me look it up real quick, because I might try and pop over there myself. It's about half over already. They're in the Ivy Bush. They're in the Ivy Bush in the Shire. So if you find yourself with a few moments, yes, come raise your glass and go celebrate Master Ronald Dwall, who is our in-game version of Tolkien. So, all right, I think that is it. So thank you, everybody who tried out the captioning. I hope that was useful. We'll try that again next week and see if it continues to be useful for people to be able to be able to tell what I'm saying perhaps during the stream. Uh, And I think that is about the end of my time here. So thanks everybody for coming along with us on our fun little chicken time. That was great. That was entertaining. Make sure you tune in next week when we will be epic chickening, and feel free to join us as well. And speaking of joining us, thank you for joining us today. I really enjoy my time in Middle Earth, and so I hope you also are enjoying your time in Middle Earth. And I hope you found this stream enjoyable and possibly even informative. So there you go. So whatever you do and wherever you go, I encourage you to stay connected to the Hobbit side of your heart. All right. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye now.